Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Synergy. The plan for the episode today is we really want to get our cultural district off the ground this episode, because we need to get the agricultural district, which I believe is locked behind the Botanics Square. So we need to research that. But that itself is locked behind like 50 culture. So on top of getting 50 culture, we also need to start growing our population. We've been sitting at 20 people for a while now, and we're just kind of like limping along with the few people that we have. So the plan is to get the cultural square up and running. And then probably, I think I want to move some of these houses to this district. So this one's 41 degrees. This house is 38, so these houses are going to be much cooler than the district over here. They'll be they'll be a lot happier in this place. And then getting 3 houses over here plus the Hall of Wisdom will actually set this up as a cultural square. I think we'll set it up as the social district. I think I'll leave the infirmary alone for right now. Eventually I'd like to switch this over to the harbor, but we need access to the water pump first. New cycle, still temperate. We got one more temperate and then back to the dry season. So we'd like to build up kind of a reservoir of water. Things are doing fine from a water perspective though. We're at 326 for toxic water, and our clean water is at 278. I could probably drop down these people picking the water lily, but I think we'll leave it alone for now. You need 6 houses for a historical district? Oh, for the historical district. Ah, that makes sense. You know, I'd rather have the social district, but I think we need to unlock... Hey, we got arboriculture. I think we need to unlock the, what's it called? The canteen first. This guy is going downtown. No, where this guy's going right here. I think right here is fine. Right there. Right in the middle of the tree. Actually, we talked about this before. Don't do that. Don't put it there. Put it over here so you can optimize getting both the orange hydra and the tufted tree. I think right there is perfect. The real issue is we don't have anybody to work in this dang building right now. So you just finished arboriculture. What would I like out of this? Like, these two aren't super necessary yet. We're kind of out of other stuff to research. Yeah, these are higher level culture requirements. Could go for the... actually, drilling is probably the way to go. The tapping, I should say. Looks like a drill. We're well on our way to simple dishes. Oh, right. I forgot about the need to have food. So let's go ahead and put you there. Where would we like our... Maybe our canteen should just kind of go out here in the open. Because this is kind of like getting outside of the tree aspect of the district. Guys are still working on public spaces. Almost done, though. And then we can work on the canteen right after that. Ta-da! Got tools, we got simple dishes. Canteen it is. And this will help with our population stagnation. We haven't had kids in ages. We don't have anybody to work on that building. We just don't have any people. It's really the problem. Go ahead and work on the cellar. We'll prioritize the cellar before anything with the arborist workshop, because we don't even have people to work the arborist workshop. Cellar first, workshop second. We do have access to table. I think I should... table's too big. We should slap down this bench, though. Right there. How many rocks does that take? That takes 7 rocks. It's a rock-full bench. Working on the cellar. Working on the arborist's workshop. We might steal a person Maybe from this picker's cabin to work in the arborist workshop, because we're at 277 watery pods. We're outpacing our cabbage shrubs, which is fine. We've made the serpentine bench. That's great from a social perspective. Don't have a lot of culture. We have 6 culture, and I assume that's because we have 2 people working in the Hall of Wisdom, and we have 3 houses. 2 times 3 equals 6. I can do math. Are you proud of me? Community board. Mutual assistance between the citizens. We don't have any resin. Pruning, picking, notching. Oh, we can. Oh, we have some spare citizens now. Where did you all come from? I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth, but we definitely need to redo some of these surface analyses. Oh, you bastards! I hate you so much. Dang giant fungus. Where did that thing even come from? There aren't any in the vicinity. You're a menace. I wonder if they just pop out of the ground. It doesn't seem like it though, because you'd think they just pop up everywhere, but they're very clearly popping up on that side of the map. Got some islands here. I don't think there's bridges in this game, at least not like of the typical variety. Let's see. We have access to these guys. Is there anything else? Oh, we could do... Oh, that's right. You can tap the finger. The riverbank finger or whatever it's called. I don't think there's anything else we could tap. Kind of limited on trees in this map. Only 2 types of trees. With the orange hydra and the hatted tree. Oh, you guys are done already. What did I even have you researching? Oh, that's right. It was tapping. That's a good thing. Takes a lot of tools for both of those. Tools, more tools. That gets us access to works of art. This one just makes protective gear and scrolls. Protective gear is used for some of the other buildings. But I think what we will do is I'm going to start research on vegetable preservation. I'm going to steal a person from the research center and put them to work in the forge. So we can get back on making some tools. And especially now, once we've finished with research on our trees and whatnot, we should be able to get our hands on some branches, a reliable source of branches. 7 days to go. Do we want to send people to this camp? I think we do, on the off chance we can get more people. I know it's going to take 4 people away right now. But if we could bring back anybody, even children, because we're already halfway through the cycle, that's just going to help us. That's 1 more person that could be moving stuff around. Or doing a job, such as getting us branches. Analysis is done. Tapping gets you... Or notching, I should say, gets you resin. Oh, pruning gets you soft fibers. Okay, does anything get us branches in this place? Perhaps the hydra tree, maybe? I have a feeling the hydra tree gives us either thorns or like carbon bulbs or something like that. Maybe nobody gives us branches. I don't see any branch critters. 3 days to go. These guys are almost to the camp. Things are going okay. We would like to see more people. More population. Although the nocturnal illuminations are rather rare on the explorer's track, today the sunset shyly unveils the orange glow of a collection of torches. Huddled in a semicircle near a lake, the villagers make way for newcomers. A decanter containing some fresh infusion is passed around, before the mirror-masked storytellers approach their audience. Oh, I've met these people before. Take on the role of a child with different bodies and ages. The universe offers her 3 new lives filled with torments and hardships that die almost the moment they are awoken. However, the child remembers her short-lived friends, and in her final moments she manages to pay tribute to these girls about whom she knows both so much and so little. Tell the tragic tale, tell a hopeful tale, convince them to leave for the city. Yes! After discussing things until morning, the storytellers decide they want to be part of the story we have shared with them. 5 citizens, including 2 children. I'll take it. I'm still a little sour that I screwed up. And to be fair, it was a dice roll, so there was literally nothing I could do. But I'm still a little upset that we didn't manage to convince the adventurous children to join us when we had done so easily last time. Still only got 1 spare person? We sure do. Well, the thing is, we should probably start notching these trees thusly. And then you should probably start... Well, we'll wait till the analysis is done here. There they go. Because I don't want to start hacking stuff apart if we're going to get wounds from it. I can't remember if the orange Hydra tree or the blue Hydra tree will give you wounds. Or neither. I might be completely misinterpreting that. I have a false memory implanted in me of one of the Hydra trees being dangerous. Finished. Fantastic news. So they're done with the canteen. I'm kind of thinking... I would love to just gun it for that, but we don't have the culture necessary. What do you do? Hanging tapestries? Takes resin, which we're working on. Maybe terracotta roads? Does take tools. Is there anything I can work on that's free? Clean water and tools. Soft you know what? Do the soft fibers. Sun awnings are useful. I could throw one down in this district to make sure these people don't have heat stroke in the nearish future. Okay, I was wrong. It was pruning gets you thorns, notching gets you resin. Do we? I don't think we have access to the thorn version of this guy either. Do we have the technology or the ability to research that? We don't. So that's also a tablet thing. I should be looking for tablets more. I'm kind of thinking we should probably invert these. Like, tap these guys for resin. Look how much resin is out here. That's crazy. And then instead of notching the hatted tree, go for pruning the hatted tree. I think that's a better way of doing it. I'm pleased with that. Still gathering the pods. Our explorers should be back soonish. Canteen should get thrown down. I forgot about you. Right there. I like the way that looks. Bark, rock, tree trunks. We got enough tree trunks. We got enough rock. Yep. And we do have plenty of bark. New citizens have joined. Fantastic. Immediately put 1 person to work in the arborist's hut. I think... How do we boost the social even further of this district? Social is how we get more children. I mean, I guess the canteen is the next step there. Perhaps the awning? What do you do? Do you do anything? What do you do? The staked bush. Are you just for decoration? I don't trust that. I don't want to spend any resources on a decoration. I like that it exists, just not my highest priority right now. All right, we've got everything set up. Now, the next step is to continue to build houses. I think we're going to stick with the rock and the bark house for now. What's your range here? Oh, you were showing me that. Let's go... kind of think like 1, 2, 3. Is that a little weird? Do you guys get the benefit of this bench? Because you're like partially in the bench zone? I guess we'll wait and see when they're built, because then we can compare the social score, and if they're the same, then we know it's true. Still working on the canteen. Can we squeeze a road back in here? Sort of. There's another tree back there. And then we can put a road over here, too. I remember this. I remember this discussion. We could also just throw a bench back there. Or even just the little bench. I guess we'll wait and see. Because if this does count, then there's no point in putting a bench back there. It's just a waste of rock. Still working on the canteen. How many spare people do we got? 4. We don't want to send the explorers out when we only have 4 people. All right, we've analyzed... oh, that's right. Notching the mushroom gets you toxic water. I gotta stay on top of these mushrooms, man. If I don't, they'll overwhelm us in an instant. I took my eye off the ball for a second, and they jumped all over it. Oh, there's more orange hydra tree up here. Sun awnings are done. You guys are just chewing through all the research up here. That's a good thing. Cup of tea would take the rest of our tools, but we don't really have a whole lot left to research. Are you free? No, you take resin, but we're working on that. Sewing, I'm not super interested in. I think we go for cup of tea. It's gonna take a while, but it'll help with the social aspect of things again. Canteen is done. Fantastic news. Get some water into this house. Or simple dishes, I should say. This house is done. They have identical scores. They do not have identical scores. Perhaps because there are fewer trees? I don't actually know. Why do those houses have lower scores than the houses over here? This takes resin? Unacceptable. What are you people doing? Stop harvesting these trees. We need resin, you goons. Alternate. Oh, notching gets seeds. Interesting. Okay. Good to know. Vegetable preservation has been done. We have 20 culture now. We're doing work. Now we're kind of just like, we're running up into the limits of what we can research based on our culture. So I'm kind of thinking, like, take a break from research for a sec. You guys keep trucking away. But let's send out our people again. Maybe we can get lucky and get some culture from wandering around. Let's do the antenna. Clear out your home district before you start exploring further. Stone house. When the cycle ticks over next time, it'll be very interesting to see how many children do we got coming our way. Because we got 3, maybe even 4. All right, we have 3 empty houses. At least in this side of town. Okay, now the scores are all equal. The thing is, there's not a great place for another sun awning to go. Like, you almost need 2 more. You need to, like, put it here to cover these 2 houses, and then you need 1 here to even hit this guy. Because I think he's beyond the range of this sun awning up here. Unfortunately. We just have a lot of trees around. I almost think, you know what? As painful as it is to rip out a tree, I think we should tear this tree out, because there are a lot of redundant trees around here. And we should stick the sun awning where the tree is at. So we'll do that. I think that's a good use of space. Tear that tree out. Thank you. Expedition has reached its destination. Wave silhouettes. A skeletal structure is standing in the dusk, arousing the explorer's curiosity. It is an antenna which, although abandoned, is sturdy and well preserved. Linked to 3 transducing windmills, it is inactive due to the atmospheric stillness. When it was last activated, it received a signal from nearby. The explorers can follow that signal, stay and wait for new emissions, or dismantle the structure and collect its materials. Let's find out what happens when it activates. It's going to take a while, but I think it's okay to spend a little time. Thank you, sir, for tearing out that structure. We throw down the sun awning. You don't need to be working in the research lab anymore. New cycle? 4 new children? That's a start. After 4 cycles of 0 children. Not too bad. Have you guys gotten any notching done? I'm losing it. Get me some of this resin. You've almost hacked down every hatted tree in the district. Y'all are crazy. There we go. Thank you. We should extend our road construction here to make it easier for them to do their job. There. That looks pretty good. I don't think they go... Alright, there's 2 more on the outskirts. So you guys can have a little road that goes there as well. Now it would be so much faster. So much more efficient. Look at them flying along the road. Zoom. So quick. So agile. Alright, we've got resin. Still working on the Hall of Wisdom. We're at 24 culture. It'd be great if we could luck out and get 30 culture from one of these exploration missions. That would be awesome. They happen more often than you'd think. Picker's cabin's doing fine. Still getting us lots of bark. We could probably think about taking a break from bark gathering as well, but I don't know where I'd put that person right now. I could put him in tool production. And we are out of stone. So maybe we put them in the picker's cabin that gets us a lot of stone. Not a whole lot going on in this research zone. Got the bird nest. Don't know what it does. I don't think it does anything. Sun awning. Lower temperature. You do the same thing as a bench? I'm upset. Expedition's mission is complete. A few days spent near the antenna, the explorers catch a persistent signal. Short sounds repeated at various intervals. They seem to indicate a series of nearby geographical coordinates. The party rushes to the signal and discovers a group of wanderers around some strange device. Their spokesman says one of them is gravely wounded and his condition prevents him from being moved. Treat the ailment. God damn it. The option was to convince them to join you in the city? I didn't want food. I was hoping they'd give me culture and then I could convince them to come to the city. It was the worst option of all of them. I'm so upset. How could you do this to me, game? How? I've been betrayed. I'm so upset. Oh well. We would like to find a plant that could get us branches. Right now we're kind of hand to mouth on stone again. I feel like that always happens with stone. We could set up something to go after these rocky figs up here. That would be a pretty nice addition. Maybe if we get to a more stable high population. Having 4 children incoming next cycle is pretty good. Yeah, we don't have more rocks, so we can't even add more houses. They're back. Turn right around. You know what? Go to the Inselberg. I have a feeling that, or not a feeling, but I have a memory of getting rock at an Inselberg. So getting our hands on more rock would not be time wasted, I don't think. I'd like to create more tools, but I'm afraid of, like, chewing through all the rock that I have. It's a delicate balance. We have 80 ashy kernels? Where did those come from? Are we picking ashy kernels over here? Oh, we sure are. That's fine. I don't mind having ashy kernels on hand. We could always make stuff with them. Can make purifying remedies. Maybe we'll go ahead and put somebody to work there. Just to make some more purifying remedies. We only have 13. Could get some more. We used 5 of something on the sick person, and then they gave us food. Not that I wanted food. But you know how it is. Alright, we've definitely outstripped what we were doing from a food perspective. So we definitely want to have that second person in the kitchen now to boost the food production. Yeah, it's all about getting the right mix of culture now. We don't really have I guess we have the T-bar on the way. It's still 18 days out. There's no rocks? Climb with no gear. That sounds really bad. Rainfall has hit the Inselberg and it is finally excavated to serve as a reservoir, but not by human hands. Maybe some creatures settled in this rock long ago. Its lower opening is blocked and the only way to access its contents is to climb to the top of it and access the upper opening. However, we have another option. There is a nice patch of vegetation growing in the shade provided by the Inselberg and we could collect some fruit. I would like these. Having the cereals can be used for research as well. Unfortunate about the protective gear, though. We do have the simple dishes. Not even close to the cultural, or the agricultural district, though. You are the wrong district. We want it to be a social district. Boost all the social score. That'll help with our children reproduction. You know how normal people talk? Alright, the explorers are back. Good news, guys. Now you're going to the chasm. Bring back some rock, please. I would appreciate it. I think that'll be the last thing we do this episode. Let's see what happens. Otherwise, our production seems to be doing just fine. I forgot to unpause this guy, so that person's just standing in an empty room. We should definitely... I think we're doing pretty good. It's just all about getting our hands on the culture now. But as we grow our population more, that'll just make it easier to spend more time exploring. And then once we actually get our culture up above the level we need it to be at, then we can start researching stuff again. Because this guy, there's just not a whole lot to do with him right now. Like, we have these two. We could go for the protective gear. We do have enough tools. Alright, we'll do it. Alright, I'll do it. So like certain resources we have a crazy amount of, and other ones we're just scrimping on by. The pit turns out to be much deeper than expected. During the descent, the party has to take a few breaks on any ledges wide enough to rest. Still, these are terrifying, for further the party progresses, the more human bones they find down them. The passage of time has mostly deprived these human remains of any identifiable features, but it looks like whoever they belonged to only had the clothes on their back and didn't carry any food or equipment, which means they were not explorers. After a mile-long... That is a deep, deep chasm. A mile-long descent, the air starts to get thinner, and daylight barely reaches the explorer's eyes. The darkness only makes the bluish glow coming from the heart of the ruined building more distinct. The place is littered with crumbling skeletons, no doubt due to the long drop from the rift's top. One of the explorers calculates that the effects of gravity must have increased tenfold in this area in the past. We've definitely come across this phenomenon before. Maybe the ruined building has the answer. Explorer, do not turn on the device. You will crush yourself. Bring back a tablet. Thank you. All right, come on home. Bring that tablet to Papa. Maybe we can get thorn sculpting, in which case we would probably want to swap around what we're doing in this district and do like notching on half of these plants. Maybe these plants back here. How are we doing on resin? 75 resin already. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I think we're already going to swap it around just because, like, I don't want to go too crazy with certain resources. So let's go pruning here. And then notching on this side of town. Perfect. Thank you for coming home. Let's do our tablet research real quick here. Decipher. Sure is. It's always the saving wood with thorns, which is not bad. It's a great thing to have. Okay. I think we send them to the island next. All right, let's pause the episode there. We've done a good job of getting our social district all set up. And then we'll continue to progress from there. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of Synergy or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.